Poem Wandering Singers by Sarojini Naidu. Let us first recite the poem Wandering Singers by Sarojini Naidu. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet through echoing forest and echoing street, with lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are our kindred, the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed, the laughter and beauty of women long dead, the sword of old battles, the crown of old kings, and happy and simple and sorrowful things. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. No love bids us tarry, no joy bids us wait. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. This poem is about the singers of India who used to travel in the ancient times, singing about the ancient cities and the kingdoms and the brave soldiers and the beautiful queens. So this poem tells us about those treasures of our where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet through echoing forest and echoing street. They say these wandering singers, the traveling singers of India, they say where the voice of the wind calls us. They are personifying or making or talking about the wind as a person. So that is personification when you talk of a non-living thing as a living thing. So these wandering or the traveling singers of India, that is our country, they tell us that the wind is calling them and they will go wherever the wind calls them. Through the echoing forests and echoing streets, the sounds of their singing through the streets or the roads that they go by or the forests that they pass by. With lutes in our hands, ever singing our we roam. That is, lutes are musical instruments. You can see in the picture they are holding a musical instruments like a sitar or a tanpura kind of a thing, and it has got strings in it like a guitar, maybe you can say. So these are the wandering singers who are roaming around singing about the ancient history of our country, and they are roaming around with this lute. With all men are our kindred, they say, and all the world is our home. Obviously, they say that all the people of the world are a family. Kindred is family. So they treat them as people of the world as their family. So therefore, if all the people or all the men, all the people are their family, then the whole world is their home. They treat it like that. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed. They say that the poems or the songs, the poems that they sing are the stories about the cities, the ancient cities that have lost their glory, or the shine is already lost with so many years that have gone by. The laughter and beauty of women long dead, the sword of old battles, the crown of our kings. Their songs are about the beautiful queens that were there in the kingdoms of ancient India, who were beautiful, who would be very happy, and who are no more now, who are dead now. And the battles that the swords of battle, meaning the many battles that were fought in the ancient times of our country in the various kingdoms, and also the crowns of the old kings, the many kings that were there. Their songs or their poems are about the ancient kingdoms and history of our country. Then in the next half of the poem they go on to say and happy and simple and sorrowful things. They sing about the happy things that happened in the past of our country, the sorrowful things, the simple things, all the kind of things that happened, happy, sad, all type of things. The songs are about those. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? They say that what should we spread? What hope should we spread to the people? And what dreams should we have? So because they are wandering or they are roaming about from one place to another, they don't have any dreams of their own, their plans for their lives. They are just going from one place to another. So they have no dreams, no plans, nothing to do in one place. And they carry on to say, where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. They say that wherever the wind we hear the sound, or wherever we feel that we should now go in this direction or the other direction, they just go. They just move ahead. No love bids us tarry, no joy bids us wait. They say that there is nothing, that no love about anything that can make us stop in one place. So they say that the voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. They say that because nothing can stop us, because we don't have anything in our lives that can stop us, no family otherwise to stay in one place. So therefore we just move about with the wind, and that the voice of the wind, the call of the wind, is the fate, our lives. They say that our lives are just about going from one place to another, wherever they feel, or they feel that now they must go in a certain place, the call of the wind in a certain direction to go and carry on singing about the wonderful past rich history of our country. They go on singing about the various things of the past, kingdoms, the ancient kingdoms. So it is a wonderful poem about the ancient past of our country, the singers, the wandering singers that move about from one place to another, the call of the wind, at the voice of the wind. Here we learn the term personification, a characteristic of the poem, where a non-living object or non-living thing or nature is treated as a person. The wind here is treated as a person. So let's recite the poem once more. Wandering Singers by Sarojini Naidu. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet, through echoing forest and echoing street, with lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are our kindred, the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed, the laughter and beauty of a women long dead, the sword of old battles, the crown of old kings, and happy and simple and sorrowful things. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. No love bids us tarry, no joy bids us wait. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate.